Jim Allen, I would love to know, when you're not busy painting signs, I would think one of the ultimate thrills in your life has got to be wheeling this little 13.
It's fun. We have a lot of fun doing it. A lot of fun working on it.
All I have been told so far is motorcycle engines, but I'm sure it's more technical than that.
It's getting more technical every day. They've got motorcycle engines. You have to build a rear end. Everything on them is hand built. You don't buy anything for them.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing that's built on or bought on this car is a seat, steering wheel, and a fuel tank. Everything else has been fabricated.
You make your own sheet metal fittings and the whole bit?
Everything.
How long? How many hours?
I couldn't even guess. A lot of long nights.
I'll bet we know how many dollars.
Yeah, yeah. Now, this little car here we built for about $2,000.
Really?
Yeah.
Now, can you actually make money with this, or is this just an expensive hobby at this stage?
It's just a hobby. Yeah, something to have fun with.
You see it becoming a competitive money maker down the road?
We hope it's going to. We're getting a lot more cars. We've got a lot more this year than we've ever had. A lot of them are being built. And I think once they start building some pieces for them, where you can buy them, because everybody can't go out in the garage and fabricate a car from scratch.
How about the new guy who's maybe thinking about doing this? Are you guys pretty receptive to helping new people start out?
Oh, yeah. Everybody here in Tucson, we go over and work on each other's cars. And if we have a problem, we call them, they come over and help.
You guys got a club here in town as such?
It's a statewide organization, Dwarf Car Racing Association.
So that's who we get in touch with when we're ready to go racing?
Right.
Dwarfs.
Right. Yeah.
What kind of speed can you build up down the backstretch in one of these?
I would say 65, 70 mile an hour.
Wow. Can it be dangerous?
Any racing can be dangerous. These little cars are pretty safe. They've got a lot of cage in them, a lot of metal around you, and it's, I think, pretty safe. They've had a few of them get upside down, hit the wall. We haven't had any serious injuries. You know.
Jim, super job and all the signs out here at Raven Raceway. I'll thank you for that. Secondly, for the opportunity to getting to meet you personally. I've heard a lot of rumors about you, a lot of neat things about you. What kind of a race car driver are you? Are you sneaky?
Poor. Not money-wise, just a poor race driver.
Mr. Bashful, or else one hell of a sandbagger.
Nah, we just go out and go around in a circle and get muddy and have a little wine afterwards and have fun. That's all. You know, that's the name of the game.
Good luck.
You guys sound good up there. Well,
Another of our dwarf racers all the way from Prescott, Dennis Martin. What brings you down from Prescott?
The sport. I love to get out and get crazy in the dirt.
How long you been doing it, Dennis?
I've been around racing all my life, but as far as driving a dwarf for the last 4 years.
How did it come about?
Well, dwarf cars was an inception from a guy that wanted to build a miniature 29 to 48 model car, American-made car. And he made it, and somebody else seen it and thought that was just the neatest thing there ever was. And they said, well, listen, let's race them. So they started building, they had probably a half a dozen in the Phoenix area at the time. And it caught up in Prescott here 3 years ago, and a bike guy built a car there, and it just went like wildfire since. It hit Tucson here 2 years ago, and it's been on a roll.
You guys have fun, I'll bet.
A lot of fun. A lot of fun.
Is this kind of a growing thing, do you think, with the racing of this category of car here in Tucson, at Phoenix now, at Prescott? I understand Globe is another spot. Is this kind of a hotbed pocket corner of the world for it?
Well, I'm kind of prejudiced, but I kind of think it is. We got it started in the Phoenix Valley, 4 years ago, and at the time, there was like 4 or 5 cars, and it was just a play day for somebody. And now we're out full-fledged racing. We've got probably 40 cars in existence, 50, 60 people membership, and it's growing by leaps and bounds every day. There's a brand new car out tonight. There'll be a brand new one next week at Manzanita, and it just keeps rolling. Have you got more than a couple of grand in this? Yes, sir. I got somewhere right around $4,000 in my car. What do you do when you're not racing? How do you support this habit? I work for the phone company. That's how you do it. A lot of overtime when it comes available. I have a feeling when you're not working overtime, when you're not at work, you're probably a pretty ornery dude. I bet you raise hell in bars pretty good. I get out and get my fair share once in a while.
And I'll bet out here on the track you're a rather outspoken individual, too, and probably take no gruff from anyone.
Well, it comes that way sometimes. I try to be as clean as possible on the track, because it's not who you're banging around, it's who you can get by the cleanest. And that's the way to win it, as far as I feel.
You think you guys can make this a money-making proposition down the road as far as purses?
I'd like to think so, yeah. Of course, right now, we're making a little bit of bucks now, and it wasn't all that long ago, 2 years, 3 years ago, we weren't making anything. The promoters would pay us $10 to come in, and that'd eventually give us a free pass into the pit. And other than that, we were paying fuel, upkeeping the cars, putting motors in them, building new cars, and it was free.
Now you can afford to leave Prescott on a Friday and spend a Friday night in Phoenix, huh?
Right. You spend a Friday night in Phoenix, and maybe you go out and have pizza once in a while.
You going to spend another night in Phoenix now going back?
No, I've got Monday morning work, so I'm heading home tomorrow morning.
Well, good luck here, Dennis, and thanks.
Thank you very much.
Howard Kimmerer, a mechanic for the Dan Smith car, is setting up for some Saturday night racing. I would guess you don't have a whole lot of setting up to do, Howard, because it looked like a pretty red-hot machine last night.
Yeah, it was running pretty well last night. We cut down a tire in an accident and had to come to the pits and start at the back, and we managed to work our way back up to sixth, I'm sorry.
How did Dan like the track conditions, per se?
It was a little dry. It'd be nice if they had a little more clay on it, but we managed to get through traffic all right, I guess.
It'll really be nice when we get this wind out of the Tucson Valley and up at the other end of our interstate in Phoenix.
Right. The wind really dries the track out real quick. It changed from the last heat race to the main event quite a bit, and the wind dried it out pretty much.
Now, what'd you guys do with this 29 machine overnight?
Well, we had to replace this quarter panel here, beat it out. It was involved in the crash. We had some welding on the back. And basically that was it, and just check the thing over, went over all the nuts and bolts and recheck the chassis, and that's about it.
Anything under the hood at all?
Not a thing. The motor seems to be running good.
Now, what will be the strategy here this evening to improve upon what was good enough to win a heat race in pretty good fashion last night?
Well, basically the same thing. We're running pretty good, and when you can beat a guy like Carl Trimmer, and Dan's just a rookie this year, so it's pretty good for him to run with somebody like Carl, and Carl's a nice, clean race driver, and it was a good race. Basically, we're not going to change anything. We run a different tire in the heat race and set the chassis, a little bit tighter in the heat race, and we'll do that for the heat race. In the main event, depending on the track, we'll adjust for that and hope we get a good starting spot to where we can go for it.
What kind of work do you and Dan do Monday through Friday, 9 to 5, to support this nasty habit?
Well, Dan, he's got a business. He owns an Exxon station in Phoenix, and I'm in construction, and then our nights are pretty well filled up with this thing here.
No time to party?
No. Sometimes after the races, if we're real lucky, we'll do a little party, and we've been lucky a couple times this year.
Good luck to you guys here tonight.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
I'm here in the pits with Frank Wright with the car number 2, Dwarf car. Frank, how's the car running?
Car's running really good.
You expecting to do well out there tonight?
I hope so.
Tell us a little bit about the car number 2.
It's a 33 Chevy Coupe, powered by a 1100 Suzuki. Drive shaft car.
Is that a Suzuki motorcycle?
Suzuki motorcycle engine.
How about your sponsors? Who's sponsoring you this year?
Suzuki of Tucson, George's Exxon, Circle A Welding, Cars of Arizona,
What do you
Cleveland
think?
Performance.
What do you think about the track tonight? The facilities out here at Raven?
Facilities are great. I really like them.
Where else have you been running?
We've been running at Manzanita and Canyon Raceway up in Phoenix.
How you been doing up there, Frank?
Well, the first race this year, somebody tried to drive through me, and I got put out of the race right in a hurry.
You put her all back together, though.
Yeah.
Huh? Tell me a little bit about the handling of these. Do you compare these with a midget racer, or do they handle different?
They're weird ways to explain the way they handle, because I don't know if we got enough power to hang the tails on like the midgets do, but they get around the track pretty quick.
Comparing to the midgets, how about the speeds? You get quite the speed up as a midget would.
I'd say we're about 3/4 of a second slower than a midget.
Is that right? You're that close to them, huh? good luck to you tonight, Frank.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Well, they're starting to break up, but I'm over here with the flagman George Camp and Bob McKinley, and let's see, this is Jim Allen from Allen Signs. Jim, I heard everybody laughing. Are they talking about racing tonight?
Yeah.
That's what they're talking
that's
about.
the way we race.
Oh, okay.
Shoot, he's got it on too, you know
Yeah,
that?
he does.
He's trying to make us look like dummies.
No, I'm not. Come on, George.
Lauren Hardy of the flag announcing.
Well, we don't need him to do that.
I was going to say that, Jim.
Thanks a lot, Jim.
Are you excited about the racing tonight, Mr. Camp?
Where?
Here at Raven
Oh,
Raceway.
here at Raven Raceway, yes. We're ready for an exciting evening. I'll be flagging the Dwarf cars from the track, and they've already put up a $50 purse for the first guy that hits a flagman wins $50.
And how about you, Bob? Are you ready to
Stay
go?
up in the flag stand and stay out of the way.
Okay, fellas, nice talking with you.
You can censor that later, too, you know.
I've known him since he was that high.
Tom Posey in the car number 47. Tom, you seem to be somewhat of a popular guy out here at Raven Raceway.
Really? Well, I don't know why. This is the first time it's run here. I ran it one time before in Phoenix. The car is a brand new car. I just completed. I've spent the last 18 months working on it. I've worked on 2 other cars and found the thrill of the Dwarf cars, so I said, I gotta have one.
Gotta have one.
I gotta have one. So.
How is it handling right now? Is it handling pretty good, or you haven't
Real
tried
good.
it?
I tried it up at Canyon Raceway in Phoenix, and that's the first time I've driven since 1969. So the car's got plenty of go. It's just the driver. It's a little slow.
It's been a long
It's
time.
been a long time.
Are you going to hang out on the outside tonight to see how it goes, or are you going to just jump right in there?
I don't know yet. As soon as I hit the track, you get the feel. That's where the thrill's at. So I'll know then.
Valley Pro Auto Parts, is that one of your sponsors?
Yes, Don Robbins owns it. He's come across real well for me, and Cutler Landscaping come through for me real well.
Do you have any other sponsors?
Not yet.
Not
I'm
yet.
still working.
You're looking
Yeah,
for
I'm
them,
looking.
huh?
I went today, and we got short on time, so I've still been looking.
How long did it take you to build this machine?
18 months.
18
From the
months.
time I started, but I pushed back on this car for about 6.5 months to rebuild the number 2 car, Frank Wright's car. Over the winter months, completely rebuilt the car for Frank.
You've been involved with racing since 1969, or just got back into it? Or?
We had. I worked with Dave Pruitt on his stock cars, and we had stock cars and everything until it got too expensive. And I said, "This is the way to go. It'd be a little more cheaper, a little more fun."
Sounds like it's been. They say once it gets in your blood, it's hard to get
Once
out.
it's there, it's always there. When I was real little, my dad did racing, and when they used to race at the old Gilpin racetrack up on the north side of Tucson, only the old guys will know about it. But I was like maybe 2 years old, and I've always been around racing all my life.
Well, I'm interviewing you, but let me tell you a quick story here. When I was 5 years old, I used to go to Soldiers Field in Chicago, and they had stock car racing at Soldiers Field. That was quite a long time ago,
Yeah.
also. So, well, good luck to you tonight, and Tom, and hope you do well in the season to come. I'm here with Daryl Bradford in the car 101. I guess you're going to be the car number 10 tonight, Daryl. That's what I was just told anyway, because we're down to up to 99. You're from Farmington, New Mexico, is that right?
Yes, sir.
Just moved to Gilbert, Arizona?
That's right, yeah.
I heard you won a couple of 3 championships. Is that true? Can you tell us about them?
Yeah, I won a track championship in Cortez, Colorado last year, and then a track championship at Aztec. That was close to my hometown, and I won over 17 features last year and over 40 total races last year.
So I like the car. Is this the same car that you
No, this is a
ran
brand new car. I just got me a brand new car. I got me a sponsor out of Albuquerque. Helped me out a lot, and some sponsors here in Phoenix that helped me out quite a bit. So,
Who's your sponsor this year?
Lincoln Auto out of Phoenix, Arizona, sponsored me out. I haven't got his name on my car yet, but next time it'll be out here. And then Arnold's Auto Center in Apache Junction, Arizona.
Exactly where is Gilbert, Arizona?
It's right next to Chandler, just south of Chandler there.
Okay, good. How does the facility compared to the tracks that you've been racing at?
Well, like I said, this is a brand new car, and I haven't even raced it yet, you know, so I'm used to a track not similar to this. Hopefully it'll run.
Have you been running on, have you ran 3/8 mile tracks?
Yeah, that's what I'm more used to, 3/8 miles, yeah, with a lot of bank to them.
A lot of competition tonight here, and I might want to warn you, there's some really good cars here tonight.
Yeah, I've looked around and I've seen them. Hopefully, if I don't have no bugs, I can run with them, I don't know.
that decision.
Let's hope so. Good luck to you
Okay,
tonight.
thank you.
Okay.
Don't trip. You get a picture of my shirt? Let him buy tonight's videotape and send it back up to Minnesota anyway.
You want to buy one?
For the guys up there. Well, I sent 2 of them up already.
Well,
We just started last weekend. 15th round in there. Now we'll see. They're talking about coming down for 2 weeks at the end of the season because your season's a week or 2 long.
Good.
Welcome back to Raven Raceway. We're going to get on with the national anthem right off the bat, so if you please rise, we'll have the national anthem.
Oh, sing and you'll see, by the dawn's early light, what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous sky
in time. We made it. George must have those pencils there. Thank you, Carolyn, very much. As soon as George gets back over here, we'll get started. I did want to tell you one thing. We made sure we're going to shorten the intermission tonight so we can get right straight through the program. Next week, wing sprint cars versus wing super modifieds. It's the first time in many years they've been here in a full group. We have all the Arizona cars going to show up. We got cars from New Mexico. I think you'll see a real wild show. The same ones you see on ESPN. So if you're looking for a good show next Saturday night too, come out for that. Tomorrow we debut the new off-road course. We worked vigorously this week getting it finished. We got a special admission price on Sunday of $5 right across the board. Kids 12 and under and free. The NASCAR Chargers debut tomorrow. And we got about 7 classes in the off-road cars that's going to be here too. And it should be a real good program. Thank you for coming. It's race time. Let's go.
Thank you, Dave. And let's meet the weather tonight at Raven Raceway. Sitting inside on row 4, number 41 of the nation, Terry Miller. in the book. That's the heat race tonight. 6 laps are in. Weekend of racing at Raven Raceway. Looked pretty good, too, out here last night. Doesn't look to be in too bad shape right now, either currently. Looking at second place, if he can hang on to it. When we resume, it will be the green. Here we go. Dwarf racers tonight. A number of them from our town. Likewise from Phoenix, some in from Prescott tonight. Finish still unofficial as we go to some warm-up laps for the Dwarfs. Terry Belcher out of Phoenix, car number 41, winning that first heat. Summon Willie Lang in car 88, taking second place. Nick Johannick from Minnesota in car 76, finishing third. Mike Hancock, at one time leading in car 73 out of Eloy, wound up in fourth place. Fifth place went to car number 61 from Tucson, Rapid Roy Gibson, followed by Ronnie Whitwell in the Hernandez car, number 34, finishing sixth. Your seventh place finisher was number 75, George Banghart. Eighth place going to car number 90, Chuck Roslin. And bringing up the rear in our first heat race tonight, car number 22, Dan McFederman.
Put me down.
Number 72, John Proctor in first place, followed by number 4, Dennis Martin out of Prescott in car number 4. Third place goes to Larry Hall and Mighty Mouse. Fourth place to car number 81, the Ugly Duckling of Troy Porcos. Car number 2 finishing in 5th place, that's Soccer's Apprentice with Frank Wright at the wheel. 6th place for the Dwarfs, car number 47, Tom Posey. And last place in our first heat race this evening, car number 8, Phil Parker with the Spider-Man. And back we go to the late models. Give you the field here momentarily for our second heat race of NASCAR Winston late models. on this Saturday night. So we've given you the top four. Phoenix car number 56 did not start for that heat race. He will be taking the semi-field coming up later this evening. And don't forget what Dave Davis told you a little bit earlier, we will be reducing our normal intermission time tonight. It'll probably be like a 10 to 15 minute affair and doing everything in our power to beat the weatherman out of here in case he's got some bad stuff in store for us. So we're back to the dwarf racers. Another contingent of the dwarf folks for you here. Let you know who's in the field. I see Jim Allen didn't back take his car through the car wash. Number 13's all cleaned up. Dave Pruitt has now been put in the Jim Allen machine tonight. The Tucson Dwarf. Others out here, hot stuff. Car number 76, Mark Mankel. Car number 38, called Casper, belongs to Dave Doty. You got the big bad wolf in the field this time, too. That's car number 24, Connie Adams at the wheel. Dwarf number 31, Tim Yarborough. Droopy Dog is dwarf number 37. That's piloted by Randy Whitten. Dennis Spinner piloting car number 7. John Keane in the Happy car, which is car number 6. In the Jeanelle car number 13 is George Smith. Let's go green. Dennis Spinner kicks off to the early lead, gaining the lead in this race by the first turn. Now he gives the rest of the field something to cruise and chase. I see the Hammond car with Pruitt in the field making rapid advances right now. getting in the main event tonight. These guys are looking forward to this category of racer, paying enough money competitively down the road somewhere where they could be just like the rest of the racing folks, the super winged modifieds or the late models for that matter, and make it basically your week in, week out, go here, go there, go everywhere thing, and basically, if you do well enough at it, make a living with it.
One of the fellas was telling me earlier that their speeds are just right behind those midgets, so they're really zooming along.
Programs, if you didn't get them earlier, you were probably pretty smart, because our programs, which include your lucky program number, have just gone on sale here at the racetrack tonight. They're now just $1. $1 for your program, and for just $1, who knows, maybe you'll get the lucky program numbers that we'll be calling out this evening, or some nice prizes that we'll be giving away here at Raven. And that'll be happening here at the track throughout the entire 87 racing season. So always come prepared. How you folks doing down there on Stomper Hill tonight? Having a good one? We see you waving down there, having some fun on your beach blankets and propped up against the wall and using it as a little bit of a windbreak too, I would guess. Of course, that noise is probably all amplified right up the hill and right up to the foot of the wall there for you folks. So I'm sure that's part of the attraction, right? Unofficial. Your finish for the Dwarf Racers, Denny Fetters in car number 7, top spot, followed by car number 6, John Keane in the Happy car. Third place going to car number 24, Ernie Adams, Big Bad Wolf. Fourth place to number 76, Art Mankel in the Hot Stuff car. Fifth place to car number 37, that would be Droopy Dog with Randy Whitten at the wheel. Sixth place, garnered by car number 13, despite the hot times they were having out there tonight, the Jim Allen car, driven by Dave Pruitt. And last place in your Dwarf Racing heat race, car number 31, Tim Yarborough.
He's okay, no problem. Everything's A-okay.
Good news for Dave Pruitt. Jack, let's take a look at the field here for these late models coming up on the pole position. Car number 44, a Firebird powered 355 machine. And in Tucson, Kevin Clayton.
And right next to him is Jim Clifton in the car number 13.
sponsored car, number 50, good for second place. Tucsonan Carl Trimmer wound up in third place. Another Tucsonan, Jack Cocott, and then Camaro number 4, the Borderland position, sponsored by Dingo's Pro Construction, Same Dueling. George's automatic transmission and performance engines also winds up in fourth place. Kevin Clayton, car number 44, another Tucsonan driver, in fifth place. Now looking at the rest for the other 5 cars in this field, after car number 44, we have number 23T, that would be Jack Moore, another Tucsonan driver, finishing in 6th place. Followed by car number 52, that is the Jim Throckmorton Jr. car, but it is being driven tonight by Jim Brassfield. So Brassfield Company, good for a 7th place finish there. Then number 8, or 8th place finish rather, by number 6, that's Bob Lutz, another Tucsonan driver. Chase in with number 07, his first effort out here this year, Terry Green, the Tucsonan driver who's sponsored by O'Reilly Chevrolet. Next to last, and last place, Steve Anthony in car number 71. So that's how they run in our last heat race for the NASCAR Winston Lake Models.
We'd like to show the flags and what the meaning of the flags are. Are you ready, George? Yes, George can. Okay. For all you race fans that are new to the racing scene, we'll go over the different flags. The green flag.
Before you get started, Jack, I want George to know that the special sound effect we have for that one flag coming up later is now ready. So be prepared.
You're ready, George? Okay, you're prepared. Okay, the green flag tells the drivers when to start the race. Show them the green flag, George. That's it. All right. And he waves that at the beginning of each race, or if we have a restart, he'll wave it again. And the red flag. That tells the cars when to stop due to an accident or obstruction out on the racetrack or whatever. And the yellow flag. That's our caution flag. Right behind you, that's it, George. And the caution flag is used in many situations such as, water out on the racetrack, spilled radiator, obstruction or so forth that George sees fit not to throw up the black flag or the red flag, but that's the yellow flag. The white flag is a signal for the beginning of the final lap. That tells your leader and all the rest of the drivers that that's the last lap, and one more round they're going to get the checkered flag. And we're going to do that's the checkered flag that he waves when the drivers come across the finish line, the final lap of the race. And the black flag, George, this ejects a car from the race. George just puts it out there and points towards the car. Now, George, if during the race, if George wants to have a car go to the rear of the path, what he does is he points at the car. Now, point at a car. No, with the flag, George. George, that is not a car. It's Bob McKinley. Yeah. Okay, George, we're going to have a war right out there in the flag stand. Okay, George points at a car. Okay, he's going to choose an ambulance. And then, I'm trying to stall what I'm trying to do, so I'm setting this tape up for you, George. And then, after he points toward a car, find another car. No, we don't want an ambulance. Okay, right out there. There's a pickup truck. George points at the car, and then he points it to his rear. And that tells that car to go to the back of the pack. You only have to do it once, George. And George scratches his rear, which means absolutely nothing. And we have a red and white flag.
Red and yellow.
That was for when you pointed that black flag toward your rear, George. Then we have the red and white flag.
Yellow.
And that tells the drivers to restart a race after we have one complete lap.
I like this laser sound effects for our flag exhibition tonight. Little fanfare for George Camp, your official starter here at the race fine job. As always, Whitwell at the wheel tonight. That from the pole spot, Jack. Sitting outside on that front row. One of yours and mine. I'm sure many fans in the stands favorite. And outside is Bill Brandon in the car number 55. He's a Tucson. Brandon Communication System sponsors him. Also Brandon Brothers Mexico and Marketing Concept. That's Bill Brandon in the car number 55, the outside pole. Sitting on the inside of car number, or of row number 2 will be car number 23. That Tucson Jack Moore. And on the outside of him, the car number 75, George Banghart. I keep getting that wrong. George Banghart from Tucson, car number 75. Inside, row number 3 will be 101, the Daryl Bradford machine out of Farmington, New Mexico. He is sponsored by the Arnold's Automobile Center over in Apache Junction. Moved to Gilbert, Arizona a while back. Other sponsors include Lincoln Automotive Parts out of Phoenix. He's a 2-time track champion. And next to him is the car number 52, Jim Throckmorton Jr. of Tucson. And driving Jim's car tonight is Jim Brassfield. Car number 52. It's nice of them to, if they're going to switch, at least pick someone with the same first name. Right? Sitting inside, row number 4, car 90, Chuck Roslin, another Tucsonan. His car powered by that 351 T-Bird. Okay, next to him in the car number 00 is Gene Shearer. Car number 00. Gene in his debut night of racing out here last night. And I suppose in his own mind, tonight constitutes just a continuation of that first night, the debut night. Inside, row number 5, car number 6, Tucsonan Bob Lutz. And on the outside of him, the car number 22, a Camaro 355, sponsored by Yahoo Cafe, Dan McFredman. Car number 22. Inside on row number 6 will be car 7AZ with Mike Parker at the wheel. And right next to him is a Camaro in the car number 07, Terry Green of Tucson, sponsored by O'Reilly Chevrolet. And this is Carl Trimmer's own rig, as we talked about a little bit earlier, a new Camaro body. Row number 7 will be another of our first-time drivers, not for racing, but for being here at Raven Raceway. He's from Phoenix. Car number 56, Ed Bell, sponsored by Dust Devil Chassis, Challenge Machine, and Pritchett Tire. Ed Bell, your Rookie of the Year for late models in the Phoenix area last year. That's very impressive. Next to him is Steve Anthony in the car number 71L. I wonder if that might be Michael Anthony's son of the millionaire. Now that goes way back. Probably not. You're way before most everybody's time in the stands tonight. I'd like to say you were before my time, but yes, I remember the Millionaire TV program back when TV was still black and white. Oh, I never seen it. I watched reruns. I want some of that stuff you're smoking. More guys. are 2 and 72. 2 is Frank Wright's soccer apprentice. 72 had his own problems a couple of laps ago down at the other end of the track, John Proctor. And both got some temporary problems up there in turn 3 right now, Jack. It looks like they've got a little bit of a tangle. I see our track folks calling for assistance from the tow truck folks. Ambulance is in that vicinity just as a precaution. It doesn't look like serious damage has been done, but perhaps they are in fact tangled up on one another. So we're going to red flag this race. And as soon as we've got anything further on well-being of Frank Wright and John Proctor, we'll pass that information along to you. Jack Jacobs frantically shaking the cards up. Tells us what order we're currently running in as we go to the red flag. Dennis Fetter in car number 7, your leader, followed by car number 8. Then car number 3, Larry Bull, the Mighty Mouse Machine, in 3rd place. 4th place is car number 6, John Kane. They call it Happy. In 5th place, car number 2, the Soccer's Apprentice. That's been involved, so to speak, up there in turn 3. Car number 6, we talked with him earlier this evening, a whale of a nice gentleman who spent the night in a Phoenix hotel last night en route to Raven Raceway from Prescott. Tasmanian Devil himself, Dennis Martin. Currently running in 7th place, car number 24, Ernie Adams, Big Bad Wolf.
Are you into relaying messages to the guys in there?
Write a note and I'll give it to him.
No, it's just to correct him on the names and stuff.
Why not? You told me to.
You have to write it down.
Write a note and I'll just give it to him.
Well, it has to do with the pronunciation of, if he reads it, he's going to read it like he is now. So he's saying Soccer's Apprentice, and it's Sorcerers. You know, like the Disney show, Sorcerers.
How did he say it?
He says Soccer's Apprentice, and it's Sorcerer, okay, for number 2. And now number 47, Tom Posey, his cartoon character is Killer Bee. You remember that?
I got a short memory.
You want me to tell him? Or?
Yeah, go ahead and come up here.
We're also missing Brian Carr with Popeye.
Hi.
Mike Lambert might have been here with Flower and the Skunk. Darren Schmaltz's car, Speedy Gonzalez, is not on the scene tonight either.
Well, the one pronunciation is like Sorcerer's Apprentice, okay, and number 47 is just simply Killer Bee.
Remind you that it's one of our favorite water replacements.
I'll sit it on there.
After racing event, high atop the hill of Houghton Road, Tucson McGraw. Stop by after your racing habit. High on the hill on Houghton Road. McGraw is one of our proud race sponsors here at 87.
I was just told that. This is Tom Posey and number 47. Well, this car is called,
Take that in.
they want to be known just as Killer Bee.
You better know how to pronounce the driver's
Hey,
name.
Linda, on your way in, they said they were going to take
He's coming up
We'll send that information to our little bio chart.
Frank
Killer
Wright.
Bee, huh?
Yeah,
Killer Bee.
okay.
Must be built just thinking about it.
Okay, he's saying Soccer Apprentice. He doesn't think of Disney, but Sorcerer.
Marcus, 81. We thought it was 31.
Ugly. No, 31. You were right. 31 is your Tim Yarborough machine.
Okay, we got it together now.
So, 72 is drug away, the machine of John Proctor, and here in front of the grandstand, car number 81, getting wayward up there in turn 1.
You know, Tom, unlike the late models, these are smaller vehicles. They're smaller targets, so the fellows have time to get around and run them. Otherwise, we could have.
Also, to the naked ear, it's like when they come around, especially when you're waiting for a restart, you want to say the green. I was just thinking on this last lap, it's like the way super modifieds or the late models with a silencer on. three of them disabled right now on the track as we return to the not-so-mellow yellow at Raven Raceway. Brief intermission to follow this. A shortened intermission. We usually try to kick back and relax for about a half an hour. Tonight, we'll cut that in half, at least. Dave made us says, let's speed it up. The way things have been running in April, let's get the show in.
That was John Kane in second place, if I'm not mistaken. That spun out on that back straightaway top. Happy?
Yeah, he's not happy right now. He got out. He scampered out of the car, ran around to the other side. I don't know what he saw over there, but he didn't like it.
So we got, what, 47 out front, along with 76. 47 being driven by Tom Foley, the killer bee, and 76 being driven by Harper, Mango, hot stuff.
That's so hot. Sitting in the old infield right now.
I set you up for that one.
I'll get my setup thanks at McGraw's Cantina after the race. No, I won't either tonight. It's the CDO prom.
CDO prom. You have your tux up in the car, or?
Anybody here from CDO tonight? Raise the hands if you are from CDO. I think maybe most of them went to the prom.
What if anybody from Iowa on Brazzel High School?
You went to school?
Yes, I went to school.
20-car field, 30-lap late models main coming up after a brief intermission, which we'll get to right after we finish up the remaining laps in this, the Dwarf Racer main for you this evening. So, weather has stayed on our side so far this evening. Let's hope it continues to hold.
Well, we need to get Linda famous to the press box.
Tell me.
We have some trophies for you, Linda. No, not really for you, but we need to present Linda Venus to the press box. That just reminds me.
So far, nobody's been able to bring it down into this so far, and look at that. A new second place car.
with the NASCAR late models on Saturday night for the remainder of the year. We have a schedule set up. I think you'll look forward to seeing them. I think more cars will be here. The guys come all the way down from Prescott, I believe, and where else, Eddie?
Prescott, Phoenix, or the Logan cars, probably 67.
Is this a new club?
No, the club's been in existence, I believe, since gained too, and it's just now really starting to grow in the last year.
What is inside these things?
This particular car is a Suzuki powered motorcycle motor. It's been reworked to 1228cc, and we use Ford car variants, Opels, Toyotas, what have you, right now. Run one back.
Can you buy one of these at your local motorcycle shop?
You can buy something to start with there, yeah.
We've had a lot of people inquiring about the Dwarf cars. And if you have a chance, there was a lot of you up there to ask me about them. After the races, go down the pit area. These people can help you out. Uh-oh, my wife's trophy girl tonight. Well, you got it. And we got Denny Feder here, the winner of his first ever Dwarf car main event at Raven Raceway. How about a nice big round of applause? And this is Feder. I know you're sitting over there in your wheelchair. Thought it'd make you feel real good. You had a front row seat. Okay, we're going to take a short intermission, so it's going to be very short. I'll get the show going. The main event over there is getting ready. It's going to be 30 laps again like last night. For a lot of you people that maybe didn't know we ran last night, the Friday night show that you do hear advertised or whatever is the same show that you see on these nights. It's a complete program. 4 heat races, main event. It will be that way 4 or 5 times more this year. Reason being is because we need to get a lot of shows in so these guys are eligible for the Sun Belt Series that has been developed by the Winston Racing Series. Special thanks once again to all the major billboards out here. They're the ones that make this beautiful racetrack possible. I want you to patronize those businesses. Please at least let them know when you do go in there. Thank you for supporting all the racing back in Tucson. It's been a long time. We got a good crowd tonight. Thank you very much for coming. Enjoy yourselves. We're going to cut it short. We're going to go, let's go buy some hot dogs, hamburgers, or whatever. You get one of those lucky chips and peanuts. It's good for a hot dog back here. Hey, I would like to say one thing, Tom boys. We got 2 announcers up there that I think you're all getting used to. And I'm very proud to have Tom Boyd, Jack Jacobs. These 2 guys have worked real hard to set the floor mats out for our Saturday night racing Sunday. I think it's probably the best team that's ever been announcing all the racing in this town. And to you, Tom and Jack, my hat's off to you. You're doing a heck of a job.
Well, thanks,
How about it, Dad?
Your hat's always off anyway.
Tomorrow, still, please don't forget, Sunday afternoon, we got a new thing we're trying to do. This off-road course is kind of hard to see right now, but it is ready to go. We got a lot of participants in off-road car racing that's going to be here. We got Class 5 Bajas that are full-body Volkswagen Bajas. We got Class 1600 Pros. We got Class 1600 Amateur. We got Unlimited Pros and also an Amateur division for got an Amateur division for Unlimited too. But I think we'll see a fine format. There's an awful lot of NASCAR chargers in town. It's a new division I created, trying to upgrade the beginner classes for the racers. And we made them where they run bigger tires, longer rear ends, make a little bit of race car out. So I think you're going to see maybe 40 or 45, and in the future we'll have more than that for the chargers. So if you have to do that on Sunday afternoon, come on out. $5 general admission, kids 12 and under age free, and that's it. There's no special price for Sunday. Thank you all for coming. Welcome to Raven Raceway.
Dave, how short is your intermission going to be, sir?
Well, as soon as that main event gets down here, we'll run.
What are you guessing, 10, 12 minutes?
I don't know. I think out there.
Let's begin at the rear of the field and introduce you to the drivers in tonight's NASCAR Winston late model main event. The 20-car field in a 30-lap event. Your first car number 22 back there. Tucson driver, sponsored by Auto Cafe and McGregor. Car number 56. The Nation at the wheel of the Dust Devil chassis and Challenger machine and Pritchett Tire sponsored machine. Ladies and gentlemen, Ed Bell. Car number 55, Bill Brandon of Tucson, ladies and gentlemen. Sponsored by Marketing Concepts, Brandon Communication Systems, and Brandon Brothers Mexico. this car out of Bowie tonight. The driver at the wheel, Ronnie Whitwell. Car number 87 from Tucson, ladies and gentlemen, Herb Lang. Car number 71 from Tucson, sponsored by George's Automatic Transmission, Cactus Boot and Shoe Repair, and Nick Pinnell's All Exhaust. Car number 71 with Paul Banghart at the wheel. Car number 44 from Tucson at the wheel, Kevin Clayton. Car number 4 from Tucson, sponsored by Borderland Special, Vigo Pro Construction, Copper State Towing, George's Automatic Transmission, and Performance Engines, Jack Kokon. Car number 61. Let's check out car number 61 first, George. And from Tucson, Royal Automotive, Rogers Automotive Finishers at Big A, and Quaker State sponsoring Rapid Roy Gibson. Car number 73 from Eloy with Mike Hancock at the wheel. Car number 29, down from Phoenix, sponsored by Amco Mobile Brake, the Young Motorsports and Azteca Videos, Dan Smith. Budweiser 4U car from Tucson at the wheel, Rick Seitz. Car number 74 from Tucson, one of your favorites, Carl Trimmer. Car number 41, down visiting from Phoenix tonight, Terry Belcher at the wheel. All the way from Minnesota this evening in car number 76, Dick Johannick. Car number 13, from Colorado, Jim Clifton. And your pole center for tonight's main event from Tucson, sponsored by Coors in Arizona Spring, Ivan Russell. There you have it. Your starting field, 20 of them. Gonna line it up for 30 laps. Cheer them on and bring them on and hope for a Hellmark hand signal to fill up anyone one more out of before he even considers going to the green.
Shall we get them up on their feet now?
I think as we bring them around turn 1 and turn 2 down here at the other end of the track, I think it would be real nice if all of us did clamber up to our feet and give the give you a little cue here. George Kent has got the green flag in hand. I think his feeling is that we're going to go. Let's get to our feet.
he gets there. You told me to give them to him.
7 laps down.
Now that Hicks threw my binoculars, he smacked that wall pretty hard over there. So right front end of his tire is sort of. And he ended up going out over there now to give you a report just as soon as we had it.
We've got track officials on the stage. They are peering at the Dueling car now. Should be getting flag indication at any time. The waving of the yellow flag tells us, and it tells you that the driver is okay. Brazzel and Belcher tooling by in slow motion. The low side of that Harvey Wallbanger situation there.
We've got some of the problem up there, and George's got the red flag out right now. So guys looking out there right now on the table, you can get out there and see what they have. So we'll give you a report just as soon as we have up here in the front.
Back to Jack, if you want to return with the racing down right now to magic numbers and lucky program numbers. I know we've got a lot of stuff to give away, not the least of which is the number of drinks at a very reduced price. Cold Road Lounge, we've got a place up in Phoenix taking care of us tonight.
All the way to Phoenix, well, not quite a few Phoenix people here. Going back up there saying so maybe they'll find up lucky. Okay, we got dinner for 2 from the Punk Steer. Dinner for 2. And if you have your lucky number program, you can pull her out right now, and I'll give you the number for dinner for 2 from the Punk Steer. And open that envelope up, it looks exciting on all kinds of Punk Steer clubs in there. Send over at the Punk Steer. Okay, that's lucky number 1501. 1501. You just won yourself dinner for 2 at the Punk Steer on North Stone. I want to thank the Punk Steer for donating those dinners.
Find out these people run out quick hires. What are they doing?
Well, they took down for a little bit.
Looks like Dan McFredrin is okay, folks. That's the word we get from the accident scene, so that's the first piece of good news. McFredrin has just informed track officials up there that he would in fact like to be getting out of his car and walking it off. We all know that feeling this close to tax time, right?
Yeah.
God, I'm still walking it off from last year.
Hope there's no IRS people out here, Tom.
The good news for Dan McFredrin in that Camaro 355, car number 22, a Tucson driver, sponsored by the Ajo Cafe. As soon as Dan has had a chance to get out and limber up, walk around a little bit, we are resting assured that he is in fact okay. We'll re-crank him and get it concluded here in our 30-lap NASCAR Winston late models main event for you tonight. I still don't see Dan out of that machine. 7 laps down, 23 to go here. And good news for Dan McFredrin.
I did not see him hit that ball, did you?
No, I did not.
No, but evidently we're going to find out right now just how much damage was done to his car. If through the binoculars it looked as bad as I seen, he must have done quite a bit of damage.
Okay, we've just been informed the reason we did not see Dan McFredrin out and walking around, he is going to save doing that in the pit row. An idea here, ladies and gentlemen, he is in that car. Let's give him a standing ovation and let him know we're happy that he's okay down here tonight. Tucson driver, the Ajo Cafe sponsored car, going into the pit field right now to get a little bit of sheet metal and probably some framework done as well. Hopefully not too seriously in the power plant where the damages really rack you up quick and become a very expensive proposition.
Dummy suspension is cheap.